Oh boy, here we go again. My microphone nearly tumbled down again. Good start, good start. Anyways, why, good salutations, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. P Gaming 156 here, and as of course, yours truly here, providing you with yet again entertainment, quality entertainment, if I do say so myself, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, once more, we are back exactly where we left off with Mario RPG. Previously, we successfully 100% the main story mode at least, and we defeated Smithy, and we saw the quote-unquote good ending of the game and supposedly did everything we possibly could, or so we thought, for that is, this game actually brought a new element that was the post-game content experience. So what can I say? I've officially redeemed myself as a 100% completionist now, so you know it's not like I have a choice. But anyhow, what better way to start another video off, well, apart from, you know, the usual introductions in the SMRPG intro, than with even more minigames. Yes, indeed, I'm providing you with a sequel to the previous introduction of the previous live stream, where for the first hour and a half or so, we play mini games. This is the quality content you subscribe for, and this is an RPG, which makes that all the more better. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, a beautifully fresh, clear data. Start from the save data? Yes, indeed. Let's see the true power and the true post-game content brought to you by yours truly. Anyways, what abomination is gonna lie within. Microphone, please cooperate. Anyways. Oh, what a convenient. Mario's house, exactly the same place where we started. Jump. Oh, hello. Hello, Kinopio/Toad. Mario, you're awake. You're lucky you were fast asleep. You didn't dream of defeating Smithy, did you? Yeah, no. It's not like I uploaded a video 2 days ago or anything like that. No, why would I? That's just ridiculous. Like, we obviously haven't 100% completed the game. No, ridiculous. Glad I caught you before you went to the factory. I got you this present. Got a stay voucher, which it's for the Marymore Hotel, for those who didn't know, and I'm not definitely spoiling anything already. No, why would I? Dang, I had to rest up in the Marymore Hotel suit before the last punch. That's that for you. Hope you enjoy staying in the suit. Wonderful. And apparently Toad even knew that ironically by now, we basically defeated Exor, and we supposedly still haven't gone to the factory, canonically speaking, that is. Anyways, now that you finished the game, sound player and player report have been added to the journal. Now that you clear the game, the names of monsters that were question mark or were previously hidden have now been unlocked, obviously with other respective weaknesses, but it's fine. More importantly, however, the player report has come out, which means I can finally see which minigames I've completed and which ones I haven't. Good start, 38 hidden treasure chests, obviously. Oh boy. But right here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as you can see right off the bat, a beautiful 6-star completion. We got every medal in just about every minigame, well, at least according to the main story mode. And with the casino records, we still have 2 more to go, and I precisely avoided those minigames until now because the play report wasn't a thing back then, and I actually have to keep count for these games how many my actual score. For ball games ahead, you have to win 50 times, and for the currently hidden minigame, you have to, well, win 50 times. Big surprise. Anyways, before we go to Marymore Hotel, however, as I previously just mentioned, we're going to just straight up jump into the minigame, since what better to start another Mario RPG live stream than by simply doing just that. Anyways, go to Booster Tower, or Buki Tower in Japanese, fun fact, and conveniently, you can work straight to Knife Guy's ball game, since going through the first half of the tower be just too much for an hour and a half video. But anyways, there's Knife Guy in all his glory. Now, we've currently beaten his minigame or beat him at his own game 12 times, but you're in for a treat since we have to do this 50 times, which in other words means 38 more times. So you're really in a treat if you were looking forward to more minigame content, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, oh boy. Indeed I do. I have to play 38 more times and win, which is the best part, and I might also warn you how this part's going to be uncommented for the sake of concentration, but to give you a better idea, or to give you a tip on how to, that could probably help you increase your chances of winning, is I recommend always watching the balls that are currently in midair. It's, in my opinion, a bit easier to keep track for those of you who just don't feel like following the yellow ball 100% of the time with your own eyes. But it's just a tip. Everyone has their own strategy, and you may feel free to use whichever one suits you best. But anyways, without any further delay, what abomination lies within? Oh goody. Now watch carefully. And now you have to mash, as usual. That's 13, by the way. Keep count. 14. Good start. Wonderful. Oh boy. One moment, please. Double checking to make sure I actually kept recording count. Anyways, halfway through. We have 24. We have 25 more. Please bear with me. We'll make it out alive. Trust me. Oh boy. Again, made the same mistake. Music's surely making this better. Not this time. Finally learned my lesson. Ways. 33. 17 more. Bear with me. We're almost there. We'll make it out. Every time, every time. Nine more, splendid. Should be. What did I tell you? Was never even distracted for a moment there, obviously. But what makes this even better is that we still have one more minigame to go, since to 100% this game, you have to get every medal, so I missed the hidden treasure, so that makes this even better. Wonderful. There's just gonna be another short clip of me just grabbing a hidden treasure chest I don't feel like grabbing on screen, just so I don't spend 50 years trying to remember the place which I may or may not have may or may not have taken my signal ring off for a millisecond and immediately just missed it. But on the other hand, now you know why you should never... I went to the wrong destination. That's what I get for talking. But now you know why you should never take off the signal ring, even if you know in which room every hidden treasure is. They're easy to forget. But anyways, Great Guys Casino. Remember how I said we were actually gonna have to come back to this place? Yeah, it's that time of the day again. Goody. Anyways, please enjoy yourself. Thank you, kind sir. Only this time, we're thankfully not gonna have to deal with 200 look the other ways. That would just be plain torture, and that would be actually beyond a level of insanity. And it's not the slot machine either. It's actually a much slower and better time-consuming minigame known as Memory. Hence, anyways, let's talk to this guy. Welcome to the memory table. Play ground with you, sir? Yes, please. Thank you very much. Our instructions? No, thank you. We have no time for tutorials. This stream's long enough already. Anyways, memory. Flawless. I have to win this 49 more times now, which is the best part of all this. And I hear you saying, P Gaming 156, why don't you just do this in your previous live stream once more, since you covered a lot of this stuff? And the reason as to why I did so, Jamie, is because in case you weren't listening, let me just repeat myself one final time. The play records don't officially unlock only after you beat Smithy, or the game, or Mario RPG, one for the first time, in other words. And the reason as to why I didn't do this is because I didn't want to spend too much time just thinking whether and playing games, and either just not completing enough of them, or just overshooting it by a little or by way too much. And by that I mean probably 20 or 15 games or so, making the video unnecessarily long. I mean, you saw the previous video, that was 7 hours to beat the remaining content of the game, and yeah, I'm hopefully going for 2 hours for everyone's sake. But anyways, well, stop delaying now, and let's get on with the show. Goody. Minigame Mania. Good thing this is the last one, though. On the bright side. That makes up for it. All this. 48 more times. I will say I do like this. This game is physically and technically better than Look the Other Way by a long shot, but it's a lot slower. I will tell you that, though. Good thing you don't have to win this 100 times unlike Look the Other Way, though. Thank goodness. $47. This is the kind of content you subscribe for, and these are the kind of games I play around every month or so. They initially release a new game for a console. Quality content, hands down. Anyways. $6, I believe. Yeah, 46. We're fine. Either way, I can always check the good old scrapbook. Flawless. 5. And I know I could have just counted by memory, but listen, it's easy to lose track, especially when it's a memory game. But bear with me, trust me. Before. Easier done than said. Easier done than said. And that would also be a good time to point out that for those of you who are currently or may or may not be watching right now, if you actually do end up in the events that someone does end up typing out, I will give you a shot, and I will be able to read. Since for once I decided to grab my good old MacBook Pro laptop, and it's currently sitting right beside me, so it makes my life a lot easier, especially when it comes to reading live matches. So on the bright side, at least I can talk to someone, unlike last stream. Not even close. And I already lost track. Wonderful. See what I mean when I mentioned that it's just easy to lose track, especially when you're commentating. Stuff like that tends to happen. Anyways. Flawless. I think that's 42? I could be wrong, though. I'll try my best not to check too often, I promise. We're almost through. We're almost... We're about a quarter. 41 hours. Actually, that we're not. We're almost close to. Say we're 6 away from a quarter. So I mean, assuming we're at 41, we're 41 away. Actually, that's a lie. We're 1 away from a quarter. Never mind. That's what I get for talking. Yep, commentation, am I right? The most powerful tool of a speedrun, yet one of the worst enemies when in the eyes of the content creator. That's what I get for talking. What did I tell you? The playthroughs without commentating and usually have both advantages and disadvantages, but it's a usually better gameplay, but at the same time, it's just not as entertaining as commentation for obvious reasons, such as these. Anyways, yes, please and thank you. On the bright side, at least this means you get to listen to the Rose Town, the remaster, to the Rose Town remix for about an hour or so. But hey, that's something. It is a pretty dang good theme, alongside just about the entire Mario RPG soundtrack, for that matter. Splendid. The original trilogy. Or sorry, the classic trio, if we're talking Mario, that's what I meant to say. Whoops. The first trio of the game. How convenient. It's already going better than the ball games, and I genuinely think if I would have talked as much during the ball games, I would have done I would have done how I'm doing now. I'm just quality content straight up. I repeat, focus, and obviously, that's most of the people. It's middle. Darn it. Just off by. I was off by one. Darn it. In the middle twice. What a coincidence. But on the other hand, I'd also point out how if you feel like playing one of the casino games but without the lock aspect as a means of grinding items, this is another alternative you have. The possibilities to grind items are not endless, but they feel like they're almost nearly endless since there are almost countless ways to do so. Decent mod too. One of these. One of which includes the memory game, obviously. You get an item every time you win. Convenient. Out of 10. The one casino where you don't gamble. They really did the unthinkable. If there's only outside of this, there's probably the only other casino that rivals this is probably the one from Sunshine, from Mario Sunshine. I forgot the name though. Please don't kill me. I know I'm the lore guy, but I'm trying my best to get into Mario RPG logic. Please spare me. We're not even halfway through, which is the best part. Well, actually, that's a lie. I think are we like what, one away? Actually, we might be one for. Oh yeah, I'm lying. I'm tempted to check, but at the same time, I think I'd almost rather get more than 30 and then check. I don't waste time. And that would also be a good time to explain that I know what you're thinking. Why don't I just match the text box to the dialogue to make it a lot faster? And the reason as to why I'm refusing to do that is because there's a good chance that if you mash it away every time the dealer talks to you while you're playing the game, you might accidentally pick a card you don't want to pick, and if that card has a toad or a character that he didn't ask for, yeah, you lose. It's an instant lose button, and you definitely want to avoid that, so there's a good old saying that goes, patience is key, and you may or may not be familiar with it depending on how often you watch my videos or not. It should be pretty obvious what the hint I'm giving right about now. Anyways. Hope this is the only time I have to exit just to check my journal real quick. One moment, please. May or may not be a boss count. Anyways, I was right. We're not even halfway through. That's the best part. We're 28 away. Splendid. Yes, please. What a gentleman. Oh, thank you. 28 games remain. How intense. Game of the year. Every time. Every time. 27 more. Keep count. Keep count. Just in case. Six. We're one win away from halfway. Bear with me. Halfway mark, 25 more. We're almost there. What did I tell you? But on the bright side, at least I proved my point. This game is fun, yet pretty slow. Because of how long you have to wait for things to happen. Before. $23. Yes, thank you. Hey, best healing on the game. Thank you. This is all. This is all worth it along. What a plot twist. Splendid. And I already lost count again at 21, I think. Actually, that's a lie. I already guess maybe 20. But that's what I get for talking. Commentating, am I right? Commentating. It's a wonder for I was about to say, commentating out. It's a wonder that for the entirety of 2021 and most of 2022, my videos were mostly, if not all, uncommentated for something I like to call quality content. I repeat, nothing's perfect, but hey, both ways. You on the bright side get two options when becoming a YouTuber. So on the bright side, just for those of you who don't feel like commentating your videos, you don't have the pressure of pointing everything out. But on the other hand, it still won't be as fun for the sake of jokes and, well, additional comments, and of course my personal favorite, fourth wall breaks and four, as most of you are already familiar with. And the point of the obvious, the toads are really just there to distract. You don't have to memorize their positions or slash canopios in Japanese. You really just have to know where Mario, Peach, Bowser, and Geno are, and Mallow. That's it. Don't worry about the toads. The toads are there to distract you and just to multiply the amount of cards by a much higher number, or to add to the total amount of cards. What are we, 16 or 17? One of those two. Or actually, maybe more. Might be a close estimate. I knew it. That's what I got for talking. Don't believe me yet. Just go watch my ball games and my memory. And every time I missed one card because I talked, In case you haven't noticed by now. Okay. Gosh darn it, I got Melangina up. Darn it. Right when I was about to say, let's check how many I have left after this match. 13. We're almost there. Bear with me. It's 12. Or it's 38 wins and 12 more to go. Eleven. I believe that's 10. My dearest apologies. It's 9. 41. 41 wins. Only 9 remains. The final countdown. I'm trying my best, I'm sorry. Just no escaping the wrath that was the return of the minigames. We all saw it coming since the last episode. In case you couldn't get enough minigame mania, you're more than welcome to replay this 1,000 times. Feel free to. Is that 7? Should be 6. 44. 44. Sounds about right. Five remain, I think. Don't kill me, I'm sorry. At this point, I'm just focusing a lot more on memorizing than anything else at this point. Well, technically learning, but anyways. Or more. Bear with me, the torture has almost ended, and we can finally get back to the good part. Bear with me. And the marshmallow himself. Wonderful. Aloe. Hey, that's 3 more games. And we're free from slavery. Yes. This is the climax. 2 more, I think. Now it's just gonna be 51 instead of 50 precise wins. Splendid. One more. We're almost there. This is the true final battle. Climax, alright? The climax. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hopefully I'm proud to announce that this is just about 50 or so wins. Oh boy. Let's see the plot twist the game has in store for us. Will it be 49 or 51? What did I tell you? All perfectly farmers are fine. Never doubted myself for a second there. Believe, ladies and gentlemen, believe. The very theme and moral of Sonic CD itself. Life lesson learned, and for that matter, to focus and concentrate instead of just, for the most part, pointing the obvious out, obviously. But anyways, that just does it for the minigames, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. All the casino games, all the minigame records have just about been completed. And for those of you wondering what the high scores are, to reiterate, to get the Midwest medal, you have to finish the stage with 80 or more coins. The Goomba Thump record, you have to hit 25 Goombas, I believe, or accumulate 25, or complete a game with 25 or more points. And then the minecart, beat it under 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Beetle race, get at least 10 beetles in a beetle race. Paratrooper record, beat the course or climb the hill, or sorry, not the hill, the cliff under 11 seconds. Beetlemania, get a score of 3 million or higher to get the medal. Ball games add, win 50 times with ball games add, and win 50 memory games. And my personal favorite of all, and everyone's favorite game of all time, without the game of the year, the true game of the year, Look the Other Way is 100 of them. They really just went all out with Look the Other Way. Well, now you know where they got the inspiration from that one Mario Party 2 minigame. We're learning some serious development history, and this game is indeed important for very good reasons. And the best part is, we don't even have all the treasure chests. At one point, I took my signal ring probably before fighting a boss, and I just forgot to grab one. Now that's what I call quality content right there, ladies and gentlemen. It's splendid. But I don't actually could be wrong. There are actually a lot of alternatives, and I don't remember exactly when or where I may or may not have taken off my signal ring, which is definitely the best part, and makes this all the more better, in my personal and humble opinion, obviously. Goody. Anyways, let's see. But thankfully, that's a story for another day. And instead of doing so, we're actually gonna backtrack to Marymore. And before I do, just in case, I'm gonna see who Bowser I'm not currently using. I'm gonna give him the Echo Signal ring just in case. Since for those of you who don't recall, 2 million years ago, before minigames were even a thing, Toad/Kinopio paid us a fee just to stay in the Marymore Hotel conveniently, which not just in the hotel, in the suit, which would normally be 200 coins or so. And yeah, 100% worth it. Anyways, there we are. Splendid. Anyways, hello, I see you have a save voucher. Conveniently, You're going to love our hotel's fine suit. It's 200 coins for a reason. Bellhub will show you to your room. Please, enjoy your stay. And now you have to follow him. Wonderful. That was just a good time to exit. No, I'm just kidding. We're obviously not going to exit. But just in case, to double check, we... Actually, never mind. That's why we did grab the chest. This one's very easy to miss, and for a sec that I thought I forgot to grab it. I'm glad I didn't, though, on the bright side. Anyways. Our room. And boy, has this changed a lot. This is the room. Please make yourself at home. Significantly changed. Please, feel free to use this terry-clothed bathroom after bathing. Wonderful, it's not even my size, which is the best part. And please be sure to turn off the lights when going to sleep. It's daytime. Ring that bell for room service. Anything else, sir? I'll pay your tip now. This is Home Alone now, apparently. Sure thing. I officially paid my bill. You may go now. But the point of the obvious, good gosh, has this room significantly changed. For one, it's blue and not pink anymore, and the beds are no longer separated, I believe. Huh. They really put them a lot closer together, and it looks a lot cleaner now, instead of just making this a wood just straight up made out of wood. Anyways, the best part of all, it's too small for me. What did I tell you? Mario's undefined thick legs would just let him leap any distance. Actually, that's a lie. Mario's body as a whole, it's just too big for this. It's just the funny part. I mean, he is meant to be strong and athletic, so you have that going for him. And perhaps the most intense in Easter egg of all, if this is even an Easter egg, Mario taking a shower while singing the first Mario Bros. Theme. I'm not sure whether or not this was in the original game. I could be wrong, but hey, reference to Superstar Saga, I guess. And yep, Mario's turned red now, just like he did in Nimbus Sun when we were in the hot springs. Only this time, it's permanent unless you leave. I believe unless you leave the room or go to bed. But anyways, you're obviously meant to stay here, given the toad will give you a save voucher, and yeah, you might as well. I mean, I don't have any FP or HP to recover, but we might as well. And hey, what did I tell you? This makes it all the more worth it. This is 100% completion right here. Actually, that's a lie. You just have to beat the game, that's all. But the point is, I saved the best for last, and that's why we went over the inevitable minigames first. But Gino saw something. We're clearly going into lore straight up. He saw a shooting star, or shooting stars at least. I saw a bright light through the window during the night. Y'all did. I believe it came from Star Hill. Why don't we go and find out what it might have costed? Sure thing. We're already getting to more lore. Just more conveniently, more shooting stars fell to Mars, or in other words, Earth, and conveniently more individuals made wishes, and those wishes are now in Star Hill and have not even completely quote unquote realized themselves as true wishes due to the lacking Star Road, since it's canonically still destroyed because we haven't fought Smithy yet. Whoopie-doo. Anyhow. Good morning. I hope you're able to sleep well. What a disaster. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, is that so? It is a pleasure to serve you, sir. This is another complimentary gift. Please take it along with you. And Max Mushroom. I believe that's what he gives you that if you pay him his tip. I could be wrong though, but there's your motivation. A free... Well, not a free, a Max Mushroom. How can you say no to that? Just make sure not to instantly leave the room, since if you leave the room, he'll be gone with his tip, and by the time you try to re-enter the hotel, he's just gonna act as if nothing, as if this were your first day. And you have to pay 200 coins, and I believe, what is that, 50 more for his fee? Or it's actually for his tip, that's a lie. Wrong though, but anyways, you have to manually travel to Star Hill yourself. And we're in an entrance, since this is the entrance to both exit and to actually enter the place as a whole. Nothing new here. Nothing seems to get changed here. Let's keep looking further in. How convenient. And as always, since we're thankfully and for the better over-leveled I was about to say, grinding may or may not have been unnecessary, but the bandit, I forgot his name, the enemy said otherwise. It's just what I needed. Sadik, that's his name. Beautiful, that's just what I needed. I forgot I had a party of Mario, Mallow, and Bowser by the time we fought Smithy. For obvious reasons. I mean, Bowser had pretty decent attack power. Mallow's magic attacks became useful as always, and, well, Mario, he always had to be there. That was a mandatory choice we had no control over, since this is a Mario game starting yours truly. Well, like we had a choice, but oh boy, pink stars. Wonderful. I don't recall this star being here before. It must be where that light was coming from. What did I tell you? Shooting stars. That's convenient. More ungranted wishes. There's going to be a few others too. Perhaps some new wishes have volunteered. The frog sage / frog fuchsia fight no more. And he obviously into that you have to talk to them, but for lore's sake, let's see what these supposed wishes were. I hope this is my big break. Obviously, you know who that is. Punchino, and I'm just kidding. I definitely didn't spoil anything. Whoops. I've got something special to show off. Interesting. Anyways, let's keep reading these. Throat's all scratchy. Make it stop. Bob-Omb, obviously. I want our new master to show us his moves, and obviously Jinx. Splendid, and I think this one was actually boosters, now that I think about it. Yeah, let's get something to show up, and I'm not spoiling anything, don't worry. Hands down, no spoilers guaranteed. I'm itching for a heated duel. Johnny. Or Jonathan Johnny Jones, my dearest apologies, that's his real name, that's his full name. I believe he missed one. Let's see, I'm trying to, there it is. Relocating these. I have returned, having attained even greater power. I await the one destined to challenge me once again. You know who. I'm not going to say the name of that very individual himself for the sake of, spoilers. Nice. I wish someone would do something about Z's cake. Oh no. The return of Bunt. It was inevitable. But anyways. Clearly, if those hints puzzle you too much, even if I just gave you the names of who you're supposed to encounter the last time you fought them, you can always go talk to Frog Fuchsias in the Tadpole Pond and heal, or the Frog Sage in this game, and he'll point you in the right direction. But anyways, I don't think you have to fight them in a specific order, but for the sake of simplicity, we're starting with Bob-Omb. Just like that. Oh goody. Anyways, for this, and let me just get this out of the way. The wishes are essentially just the fight rematches, but in case you still couldn't tell, since they were just about all of them, just wish you were here to yet again give you another heated battle. But anyways, Bob-Omb, that's the first boss you're fighting against. For this one, I recommend bringing Mallow. I recommend you bring Mallow, Mario, and Gino. Those are the party members I reckon. Or actually, that's a lie. Actually, yeah, I lied. Bring Gino. This time, actually, that's I take back what I said. Never mind. Let's see. Only this time, you want to make sure you give them a very specific item, or at least an accessory or armor that grants them immunity to sleep. Since for all of you who've watched my previous live streams, you may have not noticed this, but Bob-Omb's speciality is sleep. That's the most common way to stun. The stunt he uses is just put you to sleep, and the best way to counter this is by buying the wake up pin, which is why I initially bought 3 in the early game. That way, I just wouldn't have to worry about this. However, I believe the super suit grants you immunity to every elemental effect, which is a pretty decent advantage, and another reason as to why those 100 super jumps are once more worth it. Want to see my footage of me playing this? You can always watch my individual upload or my first live stream for a more theatrical approach, or cinematic approach, to put it simply. But anyways, just to ensure your characters have at least a guaranteed immunity to sleep, and once you're feeling confident, go face off against Bob-Omb. But just in case, you never know whether or not something may go wrong or not. You can always just give someone else. The wake-up pen, or give other party members wake-up pens, just in case. Anyways, we already cleared the Bob-Omb table, so everything here remains unchanged as usual. Nothing out of the ordinary here, right? Question mark? Anyways. It's more pretty identical to that of the Hero Swords, which with just a mere color supplet. And just like last time, you have to hope for that fortune if you come through the front door. If he says, I'm so hungry, I wish I had something to eat, that's your green light to go fight him, so by all means, go all out. And I hear you all saying, P-Game 156, why don't you just enter Bob-Omb table through the exit? And the reason that's why I did that is because I didn't feel like manually just moving myself throughout the map. But anyways, here it is. Good gosh, what the Abomination himself is back, and his throat's scratchy apparently, and he's here now. Splendid. Let's see what Mallow has to say. He has his family Frog Fusions and him just really have a history with this guy. Oh, what did you know? How can mean? This guy again? Didn't he take the hint of you beat him up twice? I really hope he's settled down by now. I think he's not even close to that at all at this point. My throat is scratchy. It's making me all grumpy. Obviously, it gets in the way of consumption and, you know, a lot of the things regarding your digestion. Yeah. Oh boy. Seems real rolled up. I think he's scarier than last time we saw him. Is he now? Suddenly wait for one of my minions to talk. Get it together. You're right. He's harder than last time, but so am I. We beat him twice and we can do it again. I'm not letting him push me around, and that's why we grant to level 30. He doesn't stand a chance, and another good life lesson. Believe in yourself and have confidence. Lesson learned, ladies and gentlemen. Hooray. Anyways, below, we have to fight this guy again. The reason that's why I brought Mallow, most of you may obviously know, to point out the obvious, is he's very weak to thunder, and conveniently, that's one of Mallow's signature moves, so that's why I brought him. Mario's always meant to be there, and Gino, you know, is broken, as usual. Anyways, Shocker. No stranger to us. Just like the Smithy fight prior. And that's why Light Bubble puts all your party members to sleep, and if you can't counter that, let's just say you're screwed, and he's gonna attack you all you want. He's gonna attack you all you want for a seemingly never-ending period of time. Anyways. Personally, Bob-Omb just has a lot of health, but wonderful, that's what I get for talking, darn it. This clone will protect me. What did you know? A move we never even saw. This move is... You all look delicious. How did it taste? Can't even talk today. This is a very fine start. Bitter, but not bad. Guess that's what a doll tastes like. Here we are. Apparently he never forgets the taste of something that he just remembered. Can just steal their identity straight up. And anyways, Geno clone. This is actually a reused test from the last fight. The only thing is, we killed Bob-Omb so quickly that he never got to use this move, since, to be frank, this is a pretty easy game, as you would all probably imagine. But take note, in order to damage Bob-Omb, you have to kill the clone first. So keep that in mind. Take notes. Geno versus Geno. Only one can remain. Anyways. And I missed my timing again. Anyway, he's really just going all out of the light bubbles. I repeat, the wake-up pins are very important, and Geno's about to die. A fine start, if I do say so myself. Anyways. Did I risk? Okay, I'll eat a mid-mushroom. Just what I get for talking. That's what I get for talking. Beautiful. Anyways, Shocker. I'm just in a hot streak of just messing up my supercard timing. I haven't played this game for 3 days, and this is what I get. Wonderful. Anyways, Mario versus Mario. And he died. By far the weakest one we ever fought, probably because he, you know, didn't have the super suit on him. But that's for the better, and I'm just nailing my timing because I keep talking. commentation, am I right? Anyways. Thank you. And now Mallow's gone. Wonderful, just what I needed. Mallow, however, he is very weak to melee attacks, since, you know, Mallow just sucks at... has a very low defense when it comes to... It has a melee attack, since that isn't a speciality, it's actually magic attacks, so... If you're Mario, you can just essentially kill this guy in no time. Anyways, let's finish him. In case I have improved my point over and over again in regards to commentation. The one thing that's been screwing me up, and I generally think the one reason as to why I probably missed a hidden treasure in the first place. Now you know. For all those planning to start your own YouTube channel. Taking too many hits, I don't feel so good. How convenient, he spit it out. All better, no more scratchy throat. Time for Berlin to say bye-bye, and he's gone forever now. Rest in peace, you may or may not be missed. Wonderful, but there you have it. Concentration, ladies and gentlemen. Your mind to it, you can't accomplish anything, and for it means of not getting distracted. Type Bob-Omb split something up. What is this thing? Shiny, alright. Oh, this stick might have been my grandpa's. How convenient. Your Mallow's frog family really just has a history with Bob-Omb, doesn't? Or his adopted family just really has a history with Bob-Omb, don't they now? But how can you tell? Because he once told me that he lost it around here somewhere. Oh, that's convenient. He just apparently happened to have it swallowed the entire time, and apparently, I guess, Bob-Omb took too many hits to the point where it actually got to his throat, and by the time we landed our finishing blow, he finally just spat it out. That's convenient. Well, that makes it yours, right? You're the spell slinger of the team, so if anyone can use that thing, it's you. And found the Sage Stick, which is essentially the Froggy Stick, but better, which boosts your magic attack, your defense, and you guessed it, your magic attack, obviously. Grandpa, I'll take this stick you left behind and put it to good use. That you will, and glad to see finally the cooperation. I'd say that in terms of the newly added Bowser voice lines, they really made him seem a lot nicer than you would normally expect to me. That's why I just love Bowser's characterization in RPG. It's just perfect. Anyways, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, Moleville, that's your next destination. Take notes. But before I get into Moleville, before I forget this within the first 5 minutes of playing the game, Sage Stick. Not to get confused with a Froggy Stick. And the best part of it is it has basically the exact same timing as the Frog Stick prior to it, which really is good news for me. But on the bright side, it's a good thing that I never use Mallow for melee combat. So that's another reason as to why you definitely don't. Good gosh, I absolutely can't talk today. Another reason as to why I recommend you when it comes to melee, just upgrade, go all out with his magic attacks. It's something you won't regret. Don't ask how I know. It's not like I played this game. Anyways, I know you're all thinking, PK156, you could have just taken the shortcut, and I hear you, Jimmy, once more. But the reason as to why I didn't take the shortcut is because if I had taken the shortcut and backtracked to the room where you would normally encounter Punchinello, I could have accidentally engaged them, and that's something I didn't want to do, since I want to make sure I actually save just in case disaster befell. So that's why I'd just rather do it the slow way. Well, the good old saying, slow and steady wins the race after all. Anyways, leap of faith. Thank you. Finally awarded that. But anyways, for this boss rematch, I recommend you have a party of Mallow, Bowser, and I got confused with Mario, Peach, and Bowser. The reason for this is, to put it simply, Peach's mute. Actually, no, that's not mute. Sleepy time. Peach's sleepy time spell is very effective against Punchinello's Bob-Ombs, and what you essentially want to do is you want to have him all asleep, because by the time you heal 100 for at least I think 500 damage or so out of the Bob-Ombs. They will ignite, or actually that's a lie. They ignite after a set amount of time, and they'll rush towards you and they'll blow up. So you want to get a good chance at make sure you're using Punchinello's defense against his own, which we'll get into more details later. But what you have to know is you want to make sure you give Peach a fairly decent defense, since she is probably without a doubt the most important party member out of the three, since she's the medic and she's a support for that matter. And well, Bowser, he's tanky and he can take a lot of hits, which is essentially the reason as to why we're even bringing him. One moment, please. I want to make sure I buff his defense quickly. See what's most reasonable. Better it is, okay. Well, that's like I may want. Nothing here, absolutely nothing here increases my defense, but I have no reason to take my attack scarf off. Oh boy, but anyhow, ready when you are. Now you have to fight Punchinello again. I'm gonna make sure one more time, in case something goes wrong. I'm gonna give... Actually, just in case, defense is actually the most important. Actually, the most important stat here. But hey, the psychopath himself is here. The bomb maker extraordinaire, for that matter. You finally showed up. Ever since you people beat me, I've been refining my technique. This time, I'm sure to win. Fame and fortune, here I come. And that's the big break he was going for, alright. He really just doesn't want to be obscure. Poor guy. It's the feeling of not getting attention, which goes both ways. Haha, you think and beat me and my minions? This I'd like to see. Bowser's already famous in his own right, wouldn't you agree? You know it, I was known as a terror on two legs long before you came on the scene. Or mostly because he kidnapped Princess Peach 98% of the time and immediately just lost more afterwards, but finer details, nothing to look at here, obviously. There you have it. Fame and fortune are yours, assuming you can win. Shall I find out? Yeah, a famous Bowser, the chains chomp slinging one? That's fine, I didn't just bring nukes this time, / bombs. I've got an amazing shield to back them up. Good luck finding any holes in this defense. I'm much higher level now. Defeating the famous Bowser and his minions will catapult me to unprecedented fame and fortune. Wonderful. With this perfect shield and these incredible bombs that can destroy anything, the leveled up me can't lose, and right off the bat he gives you a very important hint. Well, obviously, to point out the obvious, you can't damage him at all, and I think he has what? I actually don't know how much health he's at. He's I could be wrong, I think he has less than 1,000, but more than 500, I think. But the point of this fight is you can't damage Punchinello, and you essentially have to use his own Bob-Ombs against them, since he gave him that they can destroy anything, and the reason and the method required to do this follows. And there it is, right there. I'm just on point timing. Thank you very much. Clearly, the Bob-Ombs. Take note. The reason as to why we yet again brought Peach to reiterate and to elaborate furthermore on my choice of partners, Peach's Sleepy Time ability really becomes a very essential and important ability in this fight, because the Bob-Ombs essentially ignite after a set amount of time. Mostly because the shockwaves and depending on how much damage you do, but the point is, after a while or so, they essentially ignite. You may or may not have time to even turn them all around. Have you ever noticed that Bob-Omb who's currently just has his back turned on us? That Bob-Omb essentially means he's gonna target Punchinello after you damage him enough. However, keep in mind that for the Bob-Omb's turn, you don't want to hit them directly. You want to hit them with a magic attack just so you can ignite them. If you hit a Bob-Omb with a direct attack, and by that I mean with a melee attack, they'll turn around whichever way they're facing. So if they're facing you, they're gonna face Punchinello. If they're facing Punchinello, they're gonna face you. You want to get them to all face Punchinello and then deal enough damage to that way they can run into Punchinello and blow him up, since bombs are machines and essentially nuclear bombs. So, well, not nuclear, obviously, but they're bombs. That's the point. So they can essentially just damage anything without Whale. But with lore out of the way, the bombs are very susceptible and vulnerable to sleep. So that's exactly what we're going to do. And it's also a very easy attack to just time. Just like that, this Mario RPGs just really have a theme or have something, just really have something to do with cheap straight up. But anyways, Punchinello, keep in mind, he's immune to sleep. However, his bombs are not, and that's when you want to strike and just go all out on the front line and just attack them. Just make sure you're nailing those your timing, since if you don't, let's just say that they're gonna wake up and they're gonna rush towards you immediately. So yeah, you know, no pressure. Just like that. What did I tell you? There it is. What do you think you're doing? You're supposed to attack those fools over there. Oh, we'll see about that. Take another one. Present. And the reason as to why we once more is in try to good defense, because Punchinello, he deals a very significant amount of damage, and that's why he brought Peach. She's the medic, and Group Hug is a very overpowered attack. It not only heals the group, it not only heals status, but if it timed properly, it also fully recovers all party members' HP, which is why you want to have them. It's a very good move. Just like that, perfectly timed. And now the other one's woken up. And since I don't feel like risking... Actually, that's a lie. Could I... I'm gonna do something I may or may not regret. Oh boy. Untimed. Please don't turn around. Thank you. It can go both ways, but just make sure and don't deal too much damage to the point where they... That's what they were talking. To the point where they just... Okay, to the point where they just change the way they're... Change the way they're facing. Anyways, I'm back. Because I was conveniently talking and wasn't even paying attention. Commentation. Darn it. Clearly the true enemy here. The obstacle, to put it simply. Gonna play it safe. Gonna let the shockwave do the work for me from here. And I hope I don't regret this. Thank you, I didn't. And now he's gonna spawn more. Best part. And rest in peace, Bowser. Fortunately, however, this turn I'm actually not gonna be able to, you know, revive him, since the Bob-Ombs are all facing me and I can't afford to lose any more party members. And the reason as to why I picked Bowser to reiterate is because he has a lot of HP. And yes, I hear you, HP is important. Listen, melee, the Bob-Ombs attack and Punchinello's attacks are all... Actually, that's a lie. Punchinello, for the most part, tends to use melee attacks, but still, if you have good attack power, those aren't much of a problem. Anyways, skip turn for now, and Punchinello's gonna get blown up. Lovely. And I didn't even... My timing is just on point today. I'm just... this is just... You're witnessing never before timing, thanks to commentation. Wonderful. Not this time. Lovely. And now Mario's gonna die afterwards. So predictable. Make sure you're getting the timing correctly. Really important. But I'm gonna risk it. And on what? Getting a taste of his own medicine. Thank you. For the most part, an easy way to time the Bob-Omb's attack, since they can be a bit tricky, is to just hold A. Like, hold A when they start running towards you. If you do so, I could easily say that you're essentially always going to get the time, going to block, guaranteed to block. Anyway, since I don't feel like wasting any more of Peach's turns, I'm just gonna fully heal Mario. You never know what might happen, since he's... You never know what might happen. He might use a magic attack, or I may miss... Just like that, what did I tell you? It's just so predictable. And because my timing's on point, because I talk a lot, there you have it. Anyways. But I will say, I like this fight a lot. It's creative. For once, you aren't just mindlessly attacking your opponent for 10 turns or so, which is something I really like about this fight. But hey, full onslaught of bombs. Slash nukes. Splendid. Actually, we're also getting really lucky. Normally, you think that when all the bombs are facing you, that's a bad thing, but it's actually a good thing since I'm not going to spend as much time just waiting and playing the patient game. So, hey, that's something. Anyways. And I should also point out how, yes, I hear you, why didn't I just... Could one technically just use the triple moves to end them? Well, Punchinello has a defense so high that triple moves aren't even gonna, or probably only gonna deal like 90 or 80 damage or so. So yeah, Bob-Ombs are definitely your best alternative method here. Or actually, that's a lie. I think even less than 80 damage of triple move might inflict upon enemy. But anyways, let's get on with the show. I definitely don't want to risk anything. I'm going to play it safe, so I'm going to try Punchinello, and this is going to do 2 damage. But hey, the shockwaves come in handy, so that's something. And now it's going to get blown up. Didn't think I'd come to this, and hey, just like we already won. What did I tell you? I've got no choice but to pull out all the stops. And the same thing's going to happen. But why are you looking at me like that? Rest in peace, Punchinello. A bomb... You fight bombs with bombs. Fighting fire with fire, and rest in peace. Will be missed, and I'm surprised you're still alive. Bowser's minions are too strong. I might be doomed to obscurity after all. At the very least, let me level up your chain chomp, Bowser. That way I can be remembered for something. Poor guy. Just need some friends. Well, this is that rascally chain chomp, huh? Alright, let's level this puppy up. Powder. And voila, he's gold now. The gold chain chomp in the thumbnail. Now you know why I put that there. I definitely didn't splending with the thumbnail. No, whoops. All done. Chain chomp became a Wonder Chomp. Splendid, named after Mario Wonder. So predictable and at the same time obvious. But on the bright side, congratulations if you made it this far. You've essentially just acquired Bowser's best weapon in the entire game. Well, obviously thanks to your patience, obviously. And commentation. Commentation also definitely got us through that one. Anyways. Wonderful. And just that, he's happy. Since he's essentially become the most deadly weapon known to mankind. So, what do you think of my new pal? Oh, new golden ball and chain. Splendid. Guy's gone through enough spins already. It suits you. The two of you make an intimidating pair. Indeed. You dare mess with the Great Bowser and his most powerful chain chomp. No one, that's you, unless you're Mario, of course. Hey, Punchinello, you're good at this stuff. I'll let you do a special favor and put those skills to use fixing up my keep. Yippee! With the famous Bowser asking for my help, maybe a little fame will rub off on me. My dream has finally come true. Now I shall show my face around with pride, my dearest apologies. Let me know when the repairs on the keep start, and I'll come running. And he's off. He's still living in the mines, apparently. This guy sure gets inside easy. What's so great about being famous? Who knows? But he's giving up making bombs, and that's good enough for me. Me too. me too. I'm a YouTuber, and I almost feel the same way. It's not about the fame. It's not about the money. It's not about the income, but the quality and experience of the content you make. More life lessons. Not about reward, but experience. Experience is clearly the best teacher. Hands down indeed. But hey, he's done making nuclear bombs on the bright side, or just bombs as a whole. Or is he? I mean, Bowser could essentially just with someone as talented as him, he could essentially just nuke the world and just kidnap Peach and ensure Mario. No one ever sees Mario ever again. Who knows? Good thing this is in canon if we're talking the original RPG, but this technically now is. But anyways, when you're done with when you've acquired the weapon, the first thing you want to do is obviously give him the Wonder Chomp, since this essentially just makes the drill call look like the most useless useless weapon the entire game. To be fair, the drill claw's good, but pretty dim compared to its original SNES counterpart. But once you're doing this, boy, do I have good news for you. We have to make another detour and return the Booster Tower to meet the star of the show himself once more at the top of the Booster Tower. Oh boy, what abomination is gonna awaits within? Well, let's find out. Yeah, there's something going on here, right? But before we engage Booster, spoiler alert, you obviously have to fight him since he has something to quote-unquote show off. We need a new party. For this party, you guessed it, Mallow, you knew it was coming, no surprise. You actually want Mario, Mallow, and Bowser. The reason as to why you want these three is because... essentially because Mallow's Thunderbolt is... I find Mallow's Thunderbolt to be pretty effective against the Sniffets and Booster at times when Mario's unavailable. And Bowser's Terrorize is Booster and his Sniffets are also very susceptible to Terrorize. So that's another reason is essentially as to why you want to bring him along. Let's see. Give Mallow the... let's see. Booster Charm, that's what I meant to say. My dearest apologies. And Bowser... Jinx Belt. Wonderful. Now Bowser has become a killing machine now. And... it's like that. That's just about all we can do for now. Booster... I actually really like the rematches as a whole. They're pretty challenging. I'd say Malone's the only one that's, you know, a bit too identical to his original counterpart with more HP since it is meant to be an introduction. But... let's get on with the show. That's about the 5th time I delayed myself at least. And let's see what abomination Booster has to show off for us. A train. Splendid. Well, it's people. Did you notice a new addition to my personal railway? This is one. It's Engine 023. How convenient. It looks just... it's the exact same model used... excuse me. It's the exact same model used for the train Booster rode when you first encountered them. How convenient. Anyways. What, did you make that yourself? You better believe he did. You must have a skill touch to be able to maintain that all on your own. Indeed he does. A man of many talents, many are unaware of, similar to the likes of that Luigi. And can also point out how Booster's heel cage is also resemblant of Mario's house. Neat details. I love that. 10 out of 10. Wonderful. That doll's saying words. Yeah, he's obsessed with toys, and apparently he doesn't recall Gino. They never personally met. Wowee. Pretty neat toy you got there, Pink Lady. I mean, he also doesn't remember Pete. This body isn't... actually, I won't bother getting into it. It's too complicated. Booster, do you not remember everything that happened the last time you saw us? He doesn't. Sure, lots of people showed up at my house, and then there was a big fuss for some reason. Accurate. No, obviously not. Now it's my turn to ask a question. Are you going to stick around and play with my Engine 023? It'll be fun! You betcha, Booster, anytime. I mean, how can you ever say no to an offer of a Wario-like creature? Heck no, obviously. Heck yeah, obviously. Hooray, then this train is leaving the station, and now we have to kill him now. Yeah, choo-choo, alright. Engine 023 is in for maintenance. Please sit tight until it's ready to depart. I'm gonna start working. Booster seems to be up to something. And can also point out how Booster's quote-unquote working animation is essentially just this crying animation, but without tears. This game's minor... the code behind this game altogether is just so obvious. But anyways, to get on with the show, Booster's weakness is also you never actually fight Booster in the original game. There's actually another fight that's 100% new, which I also like a lot. Booster's weakness, believe it or not, is Super Jump. He's very weak to Super Jump, and Terrorize, I'd say, would be his secondary weakness. I'd say the best moves to use against Booster and his hits are Super Jump, Terrorize, and Thunderbolt. I'd say are the best moves since they target... well, Super Jump solely concentrates on Booster, and while the other two target all enemies and prevents his Snippets from actually being a viable threat. But anyways, you want to make sure whenever Booster starts working, take note. If a turn goes by without you attacking Booster, and if he spends one turn essentially working without you directly attacking him, the train's gonna depart and he's gonna one-shot your entire party. Yeah, boosters confirmed to be the most powerful thing of powerful human being, if that's what he's meant to be, of all time. And if mistreated and if underestimated, he'll wipe you out in, I'd say, 2 minutes, or at least, actually, you have to lie, 1 minute, actually. And that's essentially why you want to target Booster. If you kill Booster, his snippets also die, so it's pointless to target his snippers, or you won't get anything out of that whatsoever. But for now, you need to know Super Jump Booster whenever he's working, or actually Super Jump Booster all the time, and then Terrorize Thunderbolt. It's the best way to go about this fight, and you'll make it out alive, trust me. Another thing is prevent using healing items. Really, it's gonna waste a turn, and if Booster's working, let's just say you're screwed. So you have been warned. Anyways, I used the gosh, that's what I get for talking. Yeah, that was 100% part of my plan. No regrets, no setbacks, obviously. Just essentially dealt 200 free damage to Booster. We're here to support Booster so he can make progress on his maintenance. I really am just proving that commentating is just a horrible threat to mankind throughout the stream. Good gosh. But in case you didn't believe me, that's why you want Bowser. They're very susceptible to Terrorize and Thunderbolt, I'd say, too. Just to deal significant amounts of damage. And just like he's gonna start working again. Splendid. He's crying again. Or he's fake crying in this case. At least I'm gonna make sure I don't confuse Super Fireball and Super Jump. We're actually gonna, you know, deal damage for once. Anyways. What did I tell you? And I broke Booster's concentration for once that the intended way. Whoopie-doo. I can also point out how another reason as to why you want to use Terrorize in this is because if you use Terrorize on Booster and Snippets, every time you attack them, it's going to be in slow motion, so therefore it's actually easier to time. So take notes. Another reason as to why Bowser's a very good partner in this. And one moment, please. Yes, hello Undercraft. Thanks for joining the stream. I can finally acknowledge the existence of those who join my stream since I have my laptop right beside me. Thanks for joining. Welcome to stream. I apologize for failing to acknowledge you previously. Anyways, still Terrorize, so I might as well just use the Wonder Chomp. It is a pretty good move, and this time multiple chomps actually attack Booster, not just one. And because I talked, I mistimed it as usual. Twice. Excellent. And he's dead. Work smarter, not harder, ladies and gentlemen. What did I tell you? No party member said, and we had even less casualties in the Punchinello fight. But anyways. Now that was a fun game. Weird that my eyes are leaking, though. I thought I was too happy to cry. He's overflowing with joy. It's clearly too much. Though unfortunately, he never... As for Booster, he never got to quote-unquote show off his new invention because we never gave him a chance to. Can also point out how the helmet Booster's wearing actually has a train pipe. Yeah, he's just really that obsessed with trains, and that's also a resemblance of Japanese culture in terms of the trains. So there's that going for it. Thank you. Splendid. Booster, sir, you forgot to attach that thing. Your engine is 023. Yeah, Booster's gonna go insane. Yeah. What? That explains why I didn't win the game as I was supposed to. Poor Booster. Playtime's over, everyone. My train's going back to the station for repairs. Oh no. Here, take that part I wasn't using. Stick it on that neat doll of yours so you can play more. If you're gonna fix your train, shouldn't you just keep it to ensure you actually, you know, one-shot the universe while you're at it? And and deal 9,999 damage. But on the bright side, you got a new weapon, so it's worth it. There's your motivation to fight Booster. Once again, thanks for joining Endercraft. Thank you. Thank you. But the still at 023. That's apparently the part Booster failed to attach to his engine 023, and apparently the reason as to why he probably lost. Oh, what a generous gift! Just in time for the holidays. You know, yeah, timing couldn't be better. It's December. Wonderful. This is a quality device. I think I'll have some fun with this indeed. Now he's starting to sound like me. Extra props for that. Thank you. That does saying words, and he still can't get over the fact that Gino's still just a mere puppet, just being controlled by something else. Well, by a specific power that is a star. Yes, well, about this body, in order to search for the star piece, I inhabited a doll belonging to a young boy named Gaz, and I don't have time for excuses. In fact, you should be leaving now. Get lost! And Booster's enraged that he lost. Poor fellow, he really takes playtime as something really serious, but if you actually were to come back here, he's gone, and the Mario doll's still here as it once was when you know, successfully hit from Booster snippets and from Booster himself. But, well, rather, we're actually not going to leave Booster Tower just yet. No. We have one more minigame we have to play. 100-ball game minigame. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously not. I actually forgot to show this. Actually, well, I didn't forget to show this last time, but because we ran out of time previously, I wasn't able to show this off. But for those of you who may or may not recall, in the end credits, Valentina and Booster had a wedding, and you might be wondering, how the heck did Booster convince Valentina to a wedding? And, well, Jimmy, your answer's right here. This is what happens if you talk to Booster after you beat him, or before you beat him. Yeah, she's right there. What are you babbling about? Why should I marry you? And he says something to her that apparently no mortal can comprehend. He's stunned. What a wonderful thing to say. And apparently Booster just convinced Valentina to marry him, and a happy love story. The only thing is Booster doesn't want to marry her. However, the only reason he's doing this is because he has the mindset that he should marry whoever falls out of the sky, and that's apparently something he just came up with ever since, you know, the Smithy gang showed up. But you know what? Booster logic, so we might as well just give him his time. But considering you did this, you successfully acquired the Stella 023, and this is essentially Gino's quote-unquote secret weapon, and is also his most overpowered weapon in the entire game. Cool weapon that Booster gave you. Who knows? By how much this would have probably increased the engine 023's power. Rest in peace. So technically, Booster lied. He's now spending time with his new quote-unquote bride and actually bothering to work on it. But anyways, you want to go to Marrymore after this, aka the place where this entire side quest initially just started as a whole. Mainly, this is where we actually even stayed at the hotel too, to actually even just, you know, start this as a whole. But anyways, if you recall from the start, from the wishes we read at Star Hill months back, and we have to kill him. We have to kill him again. Only this time, quote-unquote hard mode is enabled. But with that out of the way, I recommend the party for this you bring for this is a party of Mario, Peach, and Bowser. I'm tempted to bring Gino, though the only thing going on for is that he has pretty low HP, and he's easy to kill. That's my one regret in regards to bringing Gino. But however, he can be violent when it comes to dealing with certain enemies pretty quickly, since I do believe he's actually technically stronger than Bowser. In one way or another, he actually has better magic attacks and better attack power. It's almost better. That's almost 100% just better than his. I could just be bluffing though, but anyways. The reason as to why you want this party, let me just quickly get this over this, because, well, Mario's always meant to be there. It's this kind of works a bit similarly to the Punching Elephant, in which you just want to put the Bob-Ombs to sleep, since Sleepy Time is actually a very good spell for a lot of these boss fights. Since there's going to be a game introduced to us that I'll go more into later, you have been spared from information abuse for another minute or two, by the way. But that's why you want to bring Peach, because of sleepy time and, well, because she's the medic. And Bowser, the reason as to why you want to bring him is because he's pretty tanky in terms of HP, and he has decent attack power, so that's why I bring him. And besides, we might as well still proceed to showcase the Wonder Chomp already, so it's worth it, I'd say. Just make sure Peach has a pretty decent defense, since Peach, as most of you know, she's pretty weak in terms of blocking attacks if you fail to actually land the hit on them. But anyways, empty room. This room brings back splendid, wonderful memories indeed, and oh no, they're back. Oh my, another big cake. Just what needed. Looks tasty, huh? I love sweets. No, this actually goes pretty deep, since considering the fact that you're technically considered a marshmallow in Japan. Since, fun fact, I forgot to actually explain this earlier, but to further add to a bit of Mallow lore, in Japan, they actually refer to Nimbus Land as Marshmallow Land, since, for those of you who don't know, Mallow is actually technically like a fraction or a segment of Marshmallow. Yeah, it's a pretty clever name. I mean, I hear you all, he's technically meant to be a cloud, but in Japan, they treat him as a sweet, as a marshmallow, since, I mean, the original pre-rendered guys, he did kind of resemble a marshmallow a bit, and his name just topped it off all the more, since in Japan, his name's also Mallow, so, you know, there's something going on for him. Sweets loving sweets. It goes very deep, you know. Apart from, you know, Rock Fuchs and Mallow's history with Bob-Omb. Hang on, though, it looks just like that cake from the wedding. You think it'll attack again? Oh, Mallow, I think you just jinxed it. We're gonna have to fight this thing now, since they specifically requested our presence here for a reason or two. I hope not. Don't these torts look tired? And that's an important hint as to why you want to bring Peach with you. Essentially, like, most of the interactions with the characters give you hints as to what party you should bring at times, but hey, there's your first hint. The torts are very tired. And not one of them just woke up. Yeah, Vark, it's night and day to make the most delicious cake ever. You there, why is this island seated? Have you no pride in your work? He's tired. Sorry, I don't know. I know I don't want to hear this, but the cake's moving again. Just Juanito, you have to bake it into submission again. Wonderful. Well, that's why we're here, to not to consume cakes, but to beat the heck out of them, obviously. That's just Mario logic, apparently. What's wrong? Come on, say something. So sorry, it's true. Sincere apologies. We must ask that you better bake in submission. Oh boy, here we go again. Plus, what are you thinking? We forgot to light the candles on the cake. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, maybe it'll seem less weird if you light those candles. You're essentially just gonna buff his attack power. It is worth a try. Please don't. Never mind, too late. Bad things will happen if all the candles are lit, and yeah. Finish the fight before that happens. That's... The game's just giving... Watching with hints, and yes, you're dealing with 3 candles now. Splendid. But this why it's pretty identical to that last time. You want to blow out all the candles in the cake to basically make Bond to make sure he doesn't one-shot you, since he kind of works a bit similar to Booster, in which if you wait too long, if all the candles are lit, he's gonna one-shot you, and if he one-shots you, it's game over for you, so you want to deal with him pretty quickly, though. However, there's a plot twist. The torts don't mindlessly attack you this time. They actually just, all they actually ever do is just ignite the candles, since they just assume that lighting all the candles will just make the cake go back to normal. Well, in actuality, it's the complete opposite of that. The only way to prevent the candles from being ignited is if you put the torch to sleep. Now, if you recall from the cutscene, they worked so hard on the cake. They apparently worked day and night without rest. They were just so tired that they just fell asleep while even bringing the cake up to the stage as a whole. So that's essentially your hint to use sleepy time against the torts, and that's essentially the key to winning. You want to make sure they're asleep. And Bunt's weakness, let me just get that out of the way. He's weak to super jumps. Whatever you do, do not use ultra jumps, though. The torts, or the cheps, in other words, they have infinite health and they're impossible to kill. If you wake them up, you're screwed. So you want to make sure you're only targeting Bunt. You don't want to wake up the torts. So that's all there really is to this fight. Apart from that, don't die, obviously. Anyways, here goes nothing. Splendid. And obviously just have a change on meat the cake. The most effective way to deal with food. Eat it. Obviously. Anyway, sleepy time. The one move I never used until now. Well, until the rematches at least. But anyways, they're asleep now since they're very susceptible to sleep. Just similar to like the Quincy Nullified one way or another. But anyways. Right here's score nothing, and I'm saving my triple move for a very good reason. I'm just nailing my time today. 10 out of 10, and yeah, Bowser died. And there goes Peach. Just what I needed. Or never actually, that's light. Good thing I put the defense scarf on. Anyways. You know, I'd say the one of the things that only downsides of using Bowser is that he's very susceptible to magic attacks and he's easy to knock out. I'd say it's probably my one regret of actually breeding Bowser's. So nothing's perfect, so there you have it. More advice to take into consideration, apart from, you know, the usual that is commentary and just stay on tack. But anyways. And now we're gonna go to sleep. Excellent. Now about Super Suit. Work smart, not harder, obviously. And we're just gonna Rapunzel death now. Just what I needed. Excellent. Oh, here we go again. Just what... Wonderful. And they're awake again. Splendid. That's just what I needed. Just what I needed. Fantastic. But it conveniently died. But it paid off. The torts were essentially just obstacles. I wouldn't call them enemies, but the obstacles that... Putting them to sleep is a very essential thing. A very essential thing you have to remember to do. Way to put the cake in its place. Yeah, good work. We all thought you should have this as a thanks. And you got an enduring brooch. How convenient. Peach just so happened to have dropped her brooch when she may or may not have been about to marry Booster. Why, thank you, and may you have better luck with any cakes you bake in the future. Do our best. When you least know it, they're gonna have an army of bunts, and essentially, chaos will ensue because they're just too good at making cakes. They just breathe life into them. Only we would have to fight a cake not once but twice. I actually agree, since Peach herself just so happens to be a baker. It goes deep, you know, lore. I never did get to taste it. I wish I could have tried even a little piece. I mean, it's still right there, but to be fair, it is reserved for the couple that's about to get married, so both ways it goes. Yeah, I wondered about that too. Maybe we could get them to deliver one for the castle. And then fight one again and essentially kill its taste alongside it, because you essentially kill it. But anyways. Assuming you beat Bunt, you get the enduring brooch. A brooch that will prevent you from going down once per battle. That may seem good on paper, but in actual... Seem good on paper, but... it's essentially something I tend to not really use all that much, but you may use it you may actually use it at will. It's actually really weird to describe this object, since essentially given its description, it may lead you to believe that it's going to prevent you from dying, but in actuality, that's not the case. I recall I tried it one time with Bowser, and he got knocked out, and he did not come back to life whatsoever, so... goes both ways. Or actually, I could be mistaken. It could be if your entire party dies, if you prevents you from game over. I mean, could be a lot to it, but it's not exactly as you would think it would be. Anyways, assuming you beat one, your next stop is, you guessed it, Great Guys Casino. No, I'm just kidding. You have to actually go back to the Sunken Ship, since Johnny's actually your next boss. You want to make sure you go to the pirate base, and that's where you'll engage him. Now, for the Johnny refight, I recommend you bring the Lazy Shell. This is perhaps the most essential piece of equipment, since the rematch against Johnny, it's essentially the exact. It's essentially kind of like similar to like the Bob-Omb's fight, in which it's the same thing. Only Johnny has more health, and you're 1v1ing him with limited resources. But some things you want to keep in mind in regards to this fight is that A, you can't use items. B, you can only Mario's the only party member you can use for this, and that's basically about it. The third thing I'd say one of the essential aspects to know about this fight is that timing is more important than ever in this fight, since Johnny's not only has increased attack powers you would expect, but he also has a lot more. He has more attack powers, to put it simply. I don't think he has more HP, actually. That's a lie. But he deals a lot more damage, and if you're not good with with timing, he can essentially one-shot you, which is why I recommend, for insurance, you bring the Lazy Shells. In case you didn't know how to grab these, you may feel free to watch my previous live stream, but to put it simply, you acquire them by grabbing the seed from Shy Away after you defeat Smilax in Bean Valley, and then the fertilizer you're meant to acquire by accessing a secret path in Nimbus Land / Marshmallow Land in Japan. Essentially how you get these two, and then you have to just go back to Rosetown to talk to a gardener about this, and you'll essentially grow a beanstalk all the way into the clouds, where you'll essentially find and come to acquire the both Lazy Shells, the armor variant and the weapon variant, obviously. But the Lazy Shell is, well, it may seem like it significantly decreases your damage output by at least 100 or so compared to the super suit. It significantly makes up for it in the form of its defense, since if you're not good at timing, it's a very good alternative to fight and counter Johnny's tactics, since as you saw with Peach, it did come really in handy, and it's a very good way to counterattack Johnny. But hey, there he is, the sea creature in his short costume himself. Avast, Mario, I've been waiting to see your mug around here again. Ever since a little duel, I felt a whirlpool in my heart, sucking all the joy away. Pirates, am I right? If they don't have conflict, there's no fun for them. Well, besides pillaging, of course, but oh well. This can't go on, matey. Who is Johnny without a fire in his belly? Really making him seem like he's a shark right about now, but anyways. So I ask you, would you cross swords with me one more time? A tremendous duel, just the two of us, without any items even. What do you say? Let's set the sea to boiling. Let's do it. Good fun. I knew what you'd expect, Mario. What the else you want cheering if you want in your active party? You'll get their your ally buff effects. This is the part of the video where you essentially want to take your quote-unquote party members. You can't directly use them. You will get their bonus effects. I personally recommend you bring Peach and Gino. The reason that's why I want to do this is because essentially for Johnny, you're really just gonna go all out on melee attacks. So that's why you want Gino, and to make up for Lazy Shell's high cost of both speed and attack power, it makes up for it in the form of Gino's significant speed, and while Peach just provides you with magic defense left, which is very self-explanatory if I do say so myself. But I'd say in terms of Mallow and Bowser, avoid bringing these two. You probably won't use a lot of magic attacks, and Bowser just has defense. But that's why I brought the Lazy Shell, so it's essentially pointless. You want to get this fight over with quickly, and you don't want to drag on the fight for too long. But that's all you need to know. You can equip and make sure to double check your setup one more time before you officially engage Johnny. Finish your preparations. Indeed, I have. Now seal yourself, for here I come. Here comes Johnny, alright? And you can't, and to top it off, you can't use Gotch moves. Keep that in mind. No, tortoises are banned. They're almost considered items in one way or another. But anyhow, Johnny, mindlessly attack to win, assuming you have Lazy Shell. Just like that. Just guarantees just about all the damage he does is just 1 damage. He's just going all out with Lightsaber. That's what they called Fire Saber in Japan, fun fact. Anyway, Skewer's a deadly move, so if you're not good at super timing, that's why you want, you know, Lazy Shell. But apart from that, it's just patience as usual. A very easy fight compared to, well, short fight, I'd say. Not easy. Well, I'd say the boss fights in Mario RPG are all easy, but in terms of length, I'd say Johnny's pretty short. That's a pretty short boss fight length. But yeah, thank you. Game's feeling extra generous with you today, obviously. That's why you want to bring Gino and Peach with you. And it missed. Now we're even. The score's even, alright? Almost dead. We're doing it again. And it missed twice. Wonderful. This is never before seen generosity of the game. It missed 3 times. That's more like it. And he died. What did I tell you? See, PC lemon squeezy. I mean, lemon squeezy. Another thing I personally recommend when it comes to the rematches is that you're over-leveled. Make sure you grind to the level cap, that being level 30. You can't level up more than 30 times in Mario RPG. But if you level up to level 30, it's going to make life a lot easier, all means. Oh, there you have it. Alright, you got me, but never my ears if I fought a finer battle. So fierce, so heated. Take this, and remember the day our duel brought the fire back to my belly. And you got an extra shiny stone, and you already know where this is leading to. That's the foreshadowing, alright? You know, we read his wish. You know who's coming up. And just say, there you go. So next you talk to him again. I found that stone in the lowest depths of the ocean. It's probably that the victor of our duel should be its keeper. You beat me fair, but it wasn't victory I needed. It was a duel well fought against a worthy foe. Pirates, am I right? Got you based on your strength. If you're a decent strength, you've earned their heart and their respect. But anyways, with that out of the way, I'd say, that's your next destination, my dearest apologies. I absolutely can't talk today. Forgive my grammar. It's Monster Town. There are only two boss rematches remain. That being Jinx and you know who. I won't say his name though. Anyways, make sure you give Peach the Lazy Shell. This is a very essential setup in regards to her, since we're about to fight Jinx. So a lot of it's Peach is actually very susceptible to a lot of Jinx attacks, and she's very vulnerable, which is why you want her to make sure she's well guarded, since she's your medic, and in the events that someone dies, you want her to be there, obviously. Anyways, gonna return Gino what's properly his, and from there I'd say Gino, Peach, and Mario probably the best part to go about this. I hear you, Bowser. Yeah, didn't work well last time. Gino, hang on, let's see. Couldn't Gino? I mean, to be fair, Gino's actually pretty immune to a lot of Jinx attacks. Bowser isn't. He's mostly just, you know, melee. So I guess that's where we're bringing him. You might actually consider bringing him. Anyways, Jagger, watch my example closely and then match my technique. Clearly, they've done a fine job incorporating the Mario Select training. You know, punches, spins, all that. I mean, obviously, that's the kind of attacks Mario obviously implements. Who needs jumps, am I right? Alright, now. Oh no, don't strike with your arms, strike with your whole body. Master Mario, we're training hard to master moves involving incorporation from one's allies. It's harder than we thought to stay in sync with the heat of combat. We can't seem to match it no matter how hard we train. I'd appreciate it if you showed us your triple moves as an example of how such cooperation is supposed to work. I'd be happy to. Then let us spar, and right off the bat, he already essentially gives you the hint on how you're meant to beat him. Now then, I wish you understand the true essence of a triple move, so reset your gotch. Wonderful. It was once at 100, and now it's just gone. Rest in peace. Now show me your finest triple moves. Anyways, Jinx. Essentially, it's pretty obvious that you can't kill him. He has infinite, I believe he has infinite health at least, well, unless you use hacks, of course, you can't kill Jinx, but the goal of this fight is to essentially charge up your gotch to 100% and use a triple move. The faster you use a triple move, the faster the fight ends. He will not show mercy until you show him a triple move, so it goes both ways. That's why we brought Mario, Geno, and Peach. Genos and Mario are immune to a lot of Jinx very powerful attacks, and well, Peach is just a medic, so that's why she's there. You never know what might happen. Plot twists, am I right? Anyways, let's showcase the Stella 023, shall we? Pretty good move. A pretty good attack, pretty good weapon, my dear supporters. I absolutely can't talk. Please spare me. Anyway, let's Rapunzel him. 18%. What did I tell you? And as always, more than ever, this is the part video where, or the part of your Mario RPG playthrough where I'd say, or one of the many parts of your Mario RPG playthrough where timing is the most essential thing ever. The better your timing is, the faster you fill your gotch. And keep in mind, you can't stack your time hits and blocks as you normally would, since you're going full hard mode, so there you have it. Just letting you know right off the bat. That way you know for later on. What did I tell you? Immune. I'd say Peach is the only party member who's probably immune to... Actually, that's a lie. The only party member here that it's susceptible to Silver Bullet. And he missed. Getting pretty good RNG. Not to mention. Wonderful, we're even now. And now she died. Anyways. I take back what I said. Essentially, we're just doing whatever now. I don't think Bowser's immune to Jinx's attacks. I could be wrong, though. Really, the only party I've ever used is just Mario, Peach, and Geno, and that's really about it. But it's just so I don't have to waste a turn using a pick me up, since I don't want it. The faster the fight ends, essentially, the better. You know what? I actually take back what I said. It's a lot about ensuring your party members don't die. That's the thing you wanna keep in mind the most when fighting Jinx. So take notes. Take notes indeed. And I missed. Splendid. And he missed. Now we're even. But anyways, we're almost done here. Please bear with me. The climax is approaching. I swear. Absolutely nailing the timing of the Wonder Jump is just one of the most satisfying things ever. And what did I tell you? The game just did it for free. You know what? For the sake of fan service, fine. Actually, that's a lie. For a second, I thought I had Bowser. I was gonna say let's just do the Clown Car Barrage, but you know what? The move I use the most. Star Riders, just Kamehameha. This is an anime now, and he's down for the count. So that's a triple move. I understand so clearly now. Thank you. In short, it just revolves around timing and ensuring you strike with feeling, patience, and at the right time, of course. A lot of things to know from this, and then essentially just unleash your power as a whole. You're the strongest I thought, Master. Thank you for showing us your incredible trip moves. You should have this. It has been passed down through the generations in what was until recently the Jinx Dojo. And I got the teamwork brand. Come, Jagger, let us emulate Master's example before we forget. And now they just go back to doing their own thing. Master Mario, we will devote ourselves to training based on your example. And Jagger says nothing. Actually, let's play. But Sensei, we can't do a triple move. We're a double at best. Yeah, Jinx, no, sorry, not Jagger, son just proved this point. I mean, on the bright side, they can make an assist, so, I mean, that's something. But Toad, hypothetically, that's only reserved for the... Actually, that's a lie, that's only reserved for the protagonists. I don't even think Toad has canonically met them. Jinx, actually, Jagger has a really good point, as a matter of fact. Oh boy, this is the climax of the story, and you know what was, and you all knew what was coming. Anyways, Port's Charm to Mallow. Good gosh, they really made this seem like it was garbage, but in actuality, it's not. It's really good. It's a bit identical to my previous setup, but I repeat, the reason what Port's Charm essentially just increases your attack power essentially by, or actually, it's like your magic attack power by 50% if I'm not mistaken, and if I recall. But you really want to make sure you just straight up go all out on the offense. That way you end the next fight a lot as fast as possible. Since if you actually conclude the upcoming fight a lot faster than normal, you actually get a pretty decent reward. But anyways, out of there, I'd say we're just about ready to fight you know who. See, making sure that this satisfied with the results. Okay, before I fight him, we're actually just gonna right off the bat just quickly going to save, since you never know what might happen, and we're also gonna go back to. Have we used? Actually, I'm actually gonna check my items really quickly. It's another reason as to why we did the minigames first, was just to quickly stock up on items. Every time you finish a minigame, you get something. So hey. One thing going for it. Yeah, we're pretty stocked. 10 royal syrups. See these really often. Well, too often I meant to say. My dearest apologies. Let's see here. Just like, or do I actually recommend you quickly backtrack to Tadpole Pond for a very good reason. Since for those of you who don't recall, there was actually a Frog Coin Emporium, and for those of you who significantly... Actually, that's a lie. One moment, please. Yeah, I believe they also sell this in the other shop. Actually, no, I think it's only exclusive to the Frog Coin Emporium. My dear apologies, I can't talk. But the point is, assuming you grinded a fairly decent amount of, well, frog coins, you would essentially be able to afford a lot of this stuff, and you actually do want to make sure you do, since the Party Energizer is a very good move. It raises the party's attack power in battle, and for this next boss, if we're going to deal with him quickly, we want to make sure we're doing that. So for insurance, we're going to bring 3. That's reasonable. Oh boy. Anything else to do here? Oh wait, on the other shop isn't as significant. What is significant? It's just the items that it has to offer aren't as good in comparison to the one. The Frog Coin Emporium, that is. To the likes of the Frog Coin Emporium. Thank you. I can talk again. Goodness. Anyway, we're conveniently right beside Monster Town, so we're not gonna do it. We're gonna do it the old-fashioned way. Tension is surely building up. Oh boy. This is the climax, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and for that matter, the moment you've all been waiting for. Oh goodness. Alrighty, you are, yeah. The door's back, and that means, yep, the return of Culex, indeed, for that matter. Previously, this wasn't here, but apparently new versions were made, and that very event changed all of it. But with the help of the extra shiny stone, this is no more. It's no longer sealed, my dearest apologies. Sealed. Look, the extra shiny stone is reacting. The seal's been broken. Also, quick side note, before you fight Culex, I recommend you fight every boss rematch prior to it. That way you can actually stock on very good equipment, and, well, just because you're kind of meant to. Before you fight Culex, you're meant to fight Johnny for the extra shiny stone, so make sure you do that stuff. Trust me, it's essential. This next fight, it's easy, I will admit, but best to be more than prepared. Even if it means over-exaggerating a bit, so you have my word and you have been warned. But without further ado, let us proceed. And we're back, alright. Here again, do you think Culex is back? Pretty obvious that he is. I thought when you defeated him, he said farewell and went off somewhere. Or did he? He was the one who had a quote-unquote flat plane of form, correct? Could he have returned? He did, as a matter of fact. Huh, so what if he did? We thrashed him once, and if he needs a rethrashing, I'll give it to him. Well, indeed we will. Denizens of the three-dimensional world, our paths cross once more. Cycle, right? You have used your great strength to grant the wishes of the powerful people. The force of your strength resonated with my own wishes, enabling me to attain greater evil power and return of this plane. How convenient. Well, all the effort we did, conveniently, our efforts just led to the forces of evil just increase in power. As with the majority of stories, at least. Splendid. You shall see this power firsthand, and ready when you are, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Actually, okay, well, this is a fine start. I forgot to swap Bowser for Geno. Or actually, that's left for Mallow. Good start, but anyways, yeah. Culex, yes, he's rendered in 3D now, and yep, he's here, alright. Feast your eyes. This new form is worthy of your three-dimensional world. I return to this world remade. I am matter, I am antimatter, I am past, present, and future. I will consume all time and space. My evil powers in harmony with three-dimensional world. And now it will crush you, or will it? And the best Final Fantasy move, Mirror, which essentially just one-shots you, assuming you're less than 100 HP low. Yeah. In case the cheer on top of all that, Parsi has to lie. Just only a portion of the pudding. But anyways, all members recover fully. You want to make sure that when you first engage Culex, you bring Mallow, Geno, and you bring a party of Mario, Mallow, and Geno. That way, Peach and Marshall just don't die within the first 10 seconds of the fight. Just take notes, it's essential. And the first time Culex uses Meteor, it'll only put you all at 1 HP, which is why you want to bring a Cola / Coca-Cola. So you want to make sure you're doing that, especially for reasons we'll cover later. We'll further cover later. But for now, that's the major stuff. But anyways, as for Culex, you want to make sure you're targeting every opponent on screen right now, not just Culex. If you kill Culex before killing his crystals, he's gonna come back to life. And to further add to this dilemma, Culex has 9,999 HP, and he can't be one-shot with Geno Roll, unfortunately, since he's a boss. Geno Roll only works on enemies and on common enemies and, well, expert for whatever reason. Which is why you want to deal with the crystals first. And essentially, you kind of want to measure the damage you deal to Culex and with crystals, which is why Geno is a really good party member for this fight. And well, Mallow, who needs no introduction, Peach is our supporter, and Bowser's just to go all out on the assault when the time comes to just target Culex. But just be sure to do that. And the other thing is, Meteor is actually a Final Fantasy move that actually made its way into this game. Another reference fun fact, and he'll actually let you know when he's about to use it. You want to pay attention to the constant countdown that's gonna show up in the top right corner of the screen. So stay on guard. Anyways, here goes nothing. Perfecto. It's like that because we were charging up, because the screen had to shade him like the crystals were just glitched out a bit. And excellent start. That's why we clearly wanted to bring Geno and Mallow with us. Actually, I'm gonna leave Mallow. He's the most important. He's actually one of the most important party members here, for very good reasons. Oh no, not Claire. Don't take this the wrong way, but fun fact, Flare was actually once Corona. That's what the attack was initially called at one point. I'm not making this up, I swear. Well, this is a fine mess if I do say so myself. Anyways, partying Culex, and I missed the Wind Crystal. Good start, good start. I need Peach. Obviously, we need Group Hug. Power of friendship, obviously. Oh, goody. Anyway, Stormwind's a really good move here. Don't ask if I know. Wonderful. What I get for being impatient, anyway. Actually, I wish I had Bowser. Anyways, apparently it's come down to using raw candies again. Old style Helix Bite. Another reason as to why you want to stock up on these in case something like that happens. Pretty good move. 3. In other words, 3 more turns until he unleashes Meteor again and kills everyone. Splendid. Perfect. Thank you. Now that's more like it. Thank you. And now another really essential move to all the to this flawless scheme is Clown Car Barrage. Essentially perhaps the most overpowered dribble move in the entire game. Since the crystals are elemental, they have obvious weaknesses. Examples may go as follow. The fire crystals weak to obviously ice. The water crystal / ice crystals is weak to fire. Earth crystals weak to thunder, and so on. Which is why Clown Car Barrage is a very good move. Helix's immune doesn't have a weakness, but it's a really good way to deal with the crystals quickly. So, take notes. This is already known as a very broken move prior to this video. It literally needs no introduction. Voila. There it is. 3 weaknesses. Just like that. Anyways. He looks a lot of HP, so I'm not too hesitant about attacking him at the moment. But anyways. Very easy attack to block. Start. And Star Rain. Rinse and repeat. The wind crystal's almost dead. And yeah, there it is, it died. Thank you. The most annoying crystals. Oh, never mind. 2 crystals. Beautiful. And this is just going as planned. Even better for that matter. The wind crystal is not only the weakest of the 4 crystals, but it's also the most threatening in my personal opinion. Because the wind crystal, apart from using, like wind attacks, it has moves like it essentially has moves like. It also has the power to harness electric moves. Obviously wind moves, and mute, and essentially moves like poison, mute, and sleep, and terrorize. So that's why you want to deal with them quickly, since if you underestimate the green crystal, before you know it, your entire party is going to be unable to attack. So he is pretty annoying. Okay, here. And I might as well just use Chain Chomp. Or the Wonder... My dearest apologies, the Wonder Chomp. One more turn. See who I want to kill. I guess I could kill Gino again. I mean, he's already dead. He's gonna... That's actually pretty clever, actually. Gonna preserve FP to Star Rain as often as possible to deal with crystals, obviously. Splendid. And what did I tell you? Dark Crystal's dead. And on that note, he can bring Gino back, and he's gonna... Helix is gonna one-shot everyone. As you'd expect. And what did I tell you? All part of my master plan. Got really lucky with RNG here. And Final Claw, another move I actually underestimated a bit. If you kill all his crystals before if you kill all of Keelix's crystals and he tries to use Meteor, he won't be able to use Meteor. He can only use Meteor if his crystals are still alive. Instead, he'll use Final Claw, which essentially is a one-shot kill move. But however, you can block it, and it's actually a very easy move. It's actually very easy to block, so it's all in your head. I repeat, patience. Anyways, who do I want? I guess I could go Bowser. I mean, we're gonna go all out on the front line assault. I guess go Star Rain one more time. And perfect. 360. Precisely. Star Rain is actually an overall a very good move. And his version of Star Rain, Dark Star, only it's worse. Anyways, Mallow Royal Syrup. You also want to make sure you max out your FP by now. It's really gonna come in handy. Don't ask how I know. Anyways, Thunder Chomp, go. Awesome, beautiful. And Shredder, keep in mind that I know what you're thinking. Keep him up by 6. You could just counter Meteor using the Red Essence. And yes, Jimmy, I hear you, but be careful not to use it too early, or else if Culex uses Shredder, he's gonna disable your Red Essence. Essentially what Shredder does is it just disables your party's buffs, just to put it simply. So another reason as to why I avoided using Energizer until now, a very good move that's pretty overpowered. I see, not just Party Energizer, thank you, that's the right word. So that's another reason as to why I want to make a quick stop in the Tadpole Pond. That way you can just quickly buff your attack, your attack power overall. And I got a freebie too. Splendid. Land absolutely just nailing my timing as usual. 600 damage. What did I tell you? It matters, alright? And also take note, Culex attacks twice after his crystals are dead. Just keep that in mind. I actually gotten really good RNG this time around. I'm glad. Star Rain. Mallow's most effective move against Culex. Make sure you're getting that timing. Very important. And 500 damage. Wonderful. I mean, Star Raiders is very effective against those who have no weaknesses. I might as well. For once, I'm bringing Geno back right as I'm about to kill Culex. Pretty common that he dies early, but anyways, we're gonna bring him back. He's back from the dead. Welcome back. You're welcome. And now Mel's gonna die. Never mind, thank you. Thank gosh. Even Culex tried, but he failed. Anyway, Star Riders, not today, thank you. Going all out on the offense, and I repeat, Star Riders is a very good move against those who have no weaknesses, so that's why we're using it here. What did I tell you? Anyways. Should I risk it? Not. I'll risk it, fine. Star Rain's pretty satisfying to use. One might say at this point we have obtained unlimited power. No, at this point I'd actually rather kill Mallow. On second thought. Okay. Locked it. Dark Sword's either time, just every time it hits the ground, press A and you'll get it. Trust me. It's a very easy way to block. Yes. And the music just tops it all off. It's really intense and I love it. One of my favorite soundtracks, one of my favorite themes hands down. Or for sure, I meant to say. My dearest apologies. Just doing the unthinkable and commentating while I'm doing something, and voila, he's dead. Pretty easy fight. I mean, do you have anything else in stock for me? And just like that, a remastered Final Fantasy win theme, and just like that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is the Culex fantasy has officially been destroyed once and for all. The power of the post-game content has once more been thwarted. Unbelievable! You have defeated me at my strongest in my three-dimensional splendor. The force of my elements have faded. I have lost my depths, diminished once more into the form of a flat plane. Rest in peace. He really did just have to kiss it goodbye. Well, back to Final Fantasy VII, eh? I'll withdraw to that land to regain my three-dimensional power, and then await your return. It took you 12 turns to defeat me this time. I mean, I will admit, not bad. The best I'd actually ever done prior to this was actually 17, so, you know. And I didn't even use Super Jump. If you use Super Jump, you deal with Culex a lot faster, but I didn't want to risk it, so. I played it safe, and I killed him in 12 turns. Not bad. Not bad. The gap between your power and mine has proven greater than I thought, I must admit it. There are none more powerful than you. Why, thank you, kind sir. And assuming you kill him with the Crystal Shard, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, which essentially is an item that does nothing but provide you with evidence for bragging rights. Which basically just symbolizes that you are the strongest, that you are probably the strongest force in the entire game. Just like that. I await the destined one return, and after this, you can refight Culex in his three-dimensional splendor all you wish. To perhaps even get a high score than this fight. Say like what, the world record's 4 turns, so you know, you never know. Not bad indeed. Now let's go fight him. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is, well, you know, apart from this, you see what's wrong. You see what's wrong here. 38 out of 39 hidden treasure chests. Yeah. I was about to say that was Mario RPG 100% complete for you, and yeah, we definitely did everything. I'm gonna upload a short of me just getting the final treasure chest first for the sake of comedy. But aside from that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I cannot express to you how grateful I am and how thankful I am that you are once again able to tune in to another one of my live streams, and for me to actually provide you once more with entertainment and for quality content that occasionally was interrupted by a decent amount of commentary and abusive information. But apart from that, I was very thankful to yet again provide you all with guides on how to 100% Mario RPG. And yes, yes, I am aware the short will premiere as fast as possible. Please bear with me. It's one treasure chest. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? No, I'm just kidding. But besides that, I thank you all so much for watching. It has surely been a pleasure of mine to play this game once more. I repeat, this is one of my favorite games of all time, and I was really glad I was able to play this game again. And Goldy Gujira, that's very pronounced your username. Welcome to the stream. You conveniently just joined right as I was ending the stream, but nevertheless, thanks for joining in. You didn't really miss much. We just killed Culex in 12 turns. Nevertheless, thanks for joining, everyone. It was once more a pleasure of mine to play Mario RPG. Once again, one of the many Mario games I was long awaiting a remaster and a revisit to, and I was glad I was able to play this game on my channel and provide you all with entertaining content, as I previously mentioned before. But with that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thanks so much for watching. From here on out, I can't exactly tell you when or where to expect uploads, since I'm not really gonna live stream all that much in December. This is probably going to be my last quote-unquote live stream of a live stream like video of a game. But from here, I may just upload casual videos that may or may not be edited. But on that note, thanks so much for watching, guys. That's just about all the content out of the way, and on that matter, most importantly, the mini games. Just like that, a beautiful library of medals just straight up staring you down. And on that note, there it is. Where was it? I lost. There it is. Crystal Shard. And there it is, the symbol of ultimate strength you get for successfully defeating QLX. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed my Mario RPG playthrough. It was a pleasure of mine to play this game for you guys once more. And be sure to comment down below which games you want me to play in the future, since I'm really considering a lot of turns this, and a lot of new games are just right around the corner of just New Year's Eve. So with that out of the way, thanks so much for watching, ladies and you guys, and I truly wish you all a fantastic day. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, take care. Goodbye.